It is a sweltering summer evening here at Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, where on a beautiful Thursday night, Sounders FC 2 is set to play host to Las Vegas Lights FC. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN+. Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark for you here on the midweek action. James, right off the bat, these are two teams struggling in the standings a little bit, but always a chance on the midweek to get things going your way.
Yeah, absolutely. The midweek fixtures are very important, especially as you get late in the season. And a beautiful night, like you said, in Seattle at this beautiful stadium to do so. So I expect a pretty eventful, vibrant match this evening.
Well, vibrant is certainly a word that can be applied to Las Vegas Lights FC. They have turned heads everywhere they've gone, both with their kits and with the antics as well, Dave, you might say. And as we look at them, there's a familiar face amongst the crowd. We're keeping our eye on Sammy Ochoa.
Yeah, Sammy Ochoa, the former Sounder MLS veteran, has 5 goals and 3 assists this year. 20 starts with the Las Vegas Lights. You'll want to follow him. He's going to play big up top. Omar Salgado underneath him. It'll be interesting for Sammy. This is his second appearance at Cheney Stadium. He's played down here when the Sounders had an exhibition game against Orlando City back in 2013.
And on the other side of things, it's a face that's very familiar to you, James. Lamar Nagel coming down from the MLS Sounders to take part for S2 this evening.
Yeah, no, a great friend of mine. Person that's a fantastic pro, fantastic family man. See his family in the stands tonight. For me, he's a capable goal scorer, looking to round into form, coming down from the MLS side, Seattle Sounders. So look for him to have his veteran wisdom and veteran presence really try to help lift the team.
Sounders 2 coming in tonight, 3-13-2 overall, 17 goals for, 37 goals against. See there, Lamar Nagel warming up earlier. And hopefully he'll have a chance to slot in, get some minutes back, freshen up his legs a little bit. Las Vegas Lights, meanwhile, 6-8-5 overall, 23 points. They're in 11th place in the Western Conference. Very tight on goal differential for them, 34-39 allowed. And it will be interesting to see how things shake out on the road, where Las Vegas has struggled. We'll break for the national anthem here at Cheney Stadium. Don't go away. Welcome back here on ESPN Plus and at Cheney Stadium. Moments away from kickoff between Sounders FC 2 and Las Vegas Lights FC. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for the visitors. Dave Clark, we mentioned Sammy Ochoa at the top of our broadcast here, but there's a couple other names that do jump off the page for the visitors.
Yeah, definitely want to pay attention to Omar Salgado. MLS fans will remember him from being a #1 overall pick with the Vancouver Whitecaps. Spent some time in Mexico. Former youth national team player. Eric Avila is another former MLS player as well. Basically, think of the Las Vegas Lights lineup as a mix of former MLS talent and some internationals. Diego Kobayashi is on the bench today, but he's another regular for that squad.
For S2, James, Coach John Hutchinson has switched up the formation. Sounders coming out in a 3-4-2-1 this evening. What are they trying to accomplish with that?
Yeah, they definitely want to dominate the midfield. I think that's been the theme of the last fixtures, is really to try to get hold of that midfield, keep yourself in it offensively, and then obviously defensively they're challenged with the three-man back line. So they feel very good with the three-man back line that they have. Allows them to put that extra player in the center of the park to try to dictate tempo and pace of the game.
Your referee is Mark Alatine. Assistant referees Andrew Merihart and Hunter France. The fourth official is Joe Tompkins. We are all set to go here at Cheney Stadium. Sounders 2 wearing rave green with blue shorts will be moving from right to left on your screen here in the first half. Las Vegas in the two-tone white and blue will be going back the other way. Just a beautiful evening for soccer here in the Pacific Northwest. Although, Dave, thankfully we have the benefit of being up here in a quasi-climate controlled booth. It might be a little bit hotter out on the pitch for the players.
Yeah, there's a potential for a water break here in the first half. It's 88 degrees. Don't know what that wet bulb temperature is, but there is a potential for that hydration break that the leagues are mandating these days. We'll see what happens as the referees have taken the temperature. We'll see what goes on. It's going to be important to get out early, and it's going to be important to take every moment to hydrate, at least for S2, who isn't quite as used to the heat as Las Vegas would be.
Well, James, I have to ask, were hydration breaks a thing back when you were playing?
I was just going to make a comment. That's funny. We are definitely on the same page. No, I can't imagine a hydration break. I remember needing several in definitely the cities that I've played in, and never being able to get that luxury.
Well, thankfully, James, the game's evolved in the name of greater player safety.
I know. Were we wearing shin guards back then?
I never got beyond the phase where you had to stop wearing mouth guards. So. James Murphy at center circle over the ball. 20-year-old out of Scotch Plains, New Jersey. And he is waiting Mark Alatine's whistle. We'll see what the opening minutes bring us. A very aggressive stance from Las Vegas right off the bat. 5-6 guys standing at midfield right on the line. And they rush forward as we put the ball in play. It's a quick ball over the top. Las Vegas comes out swinging. And that is very much what we expected. Vegas winning possession along the far side. That's an early ball in that finds its way into the box. And has run out for a goal kick. Vegas moving forward right away, James.
Yeah, Vegas will be an aggressive side. I know Shalice, technical director. I've had him as a coach before with Chivas USA. For me, a very passionate coach, instills that passion into his players. They'll be aggressive, and they'll really push and really try to whip as many balls into the box as possible.
6'6" Callie Brown, one of 3 players on MLS contracts down with S2 this evening. Lamar Nagel the second, Tony Alfaro, who's playing in that 3-man back line for S2 the third.
3-man back line, communication is key, so you look for Alfaro to be that veteran presence, but Rogers is capable as well.
Plucked away by Anthony Burke-Gilroy, has options on the near side, cuts back to his left foot, he's going to chip the keeper! Oh, an early goal! Sensational from Anthony Burke-Gilroy! Sounders on top in the 2nd minute.
Tremendous individual effort by the young player.
Another look at it here. Look at the composure. And never a doubt in his mind what he was going to do. And as you look at it, Dave, does it look like that might have taken a deflection, or is that pure placement?
I'm going to go with pure placement. just because I think Burt Gilroy deserves the credit on that. It was
think-
all his effort. And that's something that Coach Hutchinson's wanted to see from his squad. He wants to see them put that pressure, that defensive pressure early, capitalize on that turnover is exactly what they want to see.
Burt Gilroy, a mid-season addition, joined the club and made his first start back on June 10th. And now he's got his first professional goal on American soil. And it comes at a big moment. Talk about the importance of starting fast. Well, S2 on top, 2 minutes in here at Cheney Stadium.
The next 5 minutes will be critical. The critical moments, these next 5 minutes after you score a goal. Can they get a second? Can they limit the chances going the other way? And really, really try to grab this game and the momentum with that first early goal.
Well, ordinarily, if temperatures are like this and you see smoke in the air, you start to get worried that the Forest Service might have its work cut out for it. But tonight, it's just the ECS faithful that are pumping smoke into the air.
It looks great. Once again, grounds crew doing a phenomenal job with the pitch. Looks fantastic. They've greased it beforehand, so the game will be fast, will be slick, will be active. Great atmosphere for a match this evening.
Rodriguez Ele cuts the ball back to Brown. Brown under some duress just shuffles it clear. Nagel the flick on header. Ibrahim Usman going to give chase. And Ferrigno off his line deals it away. Flag up for offside against Usman on the near sideline.
Ferrigno is an interesting keeper because he leaves his box frequently. He has served a suspension for yellow card accumulation. Almost all of those cases when he's committed tactical fouls after turning the ball over right around midfield.
Worth mentioning that it's not just the kits that are colorful for Las Vegas Lights FC. They do lead the league in disciplinary action. 58 yellow cards issued to them through the first just over half the season or so.
And the last time we were at home, S2 was able to go up 1-0, and it was a test on their mentality and their character and how to see out a game. So again, with this early goal, for me, that's the test, is how do they get that second and third one? How do they actually hold on to a 1-0 lead, which is so critical and important to do for a good side. So we'll look for them to continue with that momentum. But last game, it was the second half that really did them in. They had a great first half, but they really, really lacked consistency and discipline and mentality in the second half.
Lights with a free kick here, past midfield. Looks to be Carlos Alvarez to send it in. Low-driven ball, flick on header is going to get away here. It's Weeki at the back post, and Weeki is offside. Weeki, a very interesting figure on this Las Vegas side. 35 years of age. He joins from Monarcas Morelia, a former club of the Sounders, MLS Sounders, I should say, newest striker Raul Ruidiaz. Over 500 appearances for Monarcas as Weeki.
Impressive.
Another long ball. Cut back to Ferrigno, Burt Gilroy. Oh, turned over. Well recovered by Ferrigno, but still in danger. Chip toward Nagel. That one headed toward goal and escorted over the line by Weeki. So the corner kick given away, but you mentioned those giveaways a moment ago, Dave, and Sounders too, nearly up 2-0.
He normally doesn't do that so close to his own goal. One of the things that S2 can take advantage of is they know that this defense is turnover prone. So I expect S2 to apply even more pressure than they typically do. They know they can take advantage of it.
Quick restart. Loose atop the box, chipped into the middle, toward goal, and the rebound just beyond Tony Alfaro. Las Vegas Lights looking for something on the break now. Alvarez going forward to Christian Torres. And S2 conceding the throw-in.
S2's been very active in the final third, very good. A lot of that been spurred through Gilroy, who's put tremendous pressure on the back line of Vegas, which is very good. So we want to look for him to sustain that pressure.
Ulysses wants to go quickly here. Picked out Nagel. Nagel, a touch into space here. That one came off of him. Weekey to take the throw in from the far side. Throw in goes out the near side. Quickly into James Murphy.
It's a good disciplined shape. The spacing for S2 is very good. They've crowded the midfield, making it very entry for entry balls for Vegas. So very good team shape by S2.
Alatorre. Murphy. Past midfield now. Lifted ball in toward the middle. A free header for Salgado. And you have to imagine that at 6'4", Salgado is going to find his way to balls in the air this evening. Flag up for offside against S2 once more.
The Lights definitely have two forwards who can compare with Callie Brown for size and height, and that's unusual in this league. Callie with normally towers over other teams' forwards.
Now, pushing back to S2. Well, we mentioned Las Vegas Lights not afraid to mix it up a little bit. John Hutchinson, head coach for S2, said they certainly enjoy their share of chaos. You have to wonder if being down a goal early on might inject a little bit more adrenaline to this Thursday night fixture. Player down here. Referee has whistled the proceedings to a halt. That's Daniel Guzman Jr. His father, Daniel Sr., well regarded in Liga MX circles. He spent last year in Guatemala playing for Xochitl Piquez, where he scored 10 goals in 17 appearances. And it looks like the referee hasn't called a foul, so we're going to restart with a drop ball. Guzman has to leave the field, and Alvarez just going to knock this one back to Brown or out of play. Ten minutes gone. S2 up to an early lead off the chipped effort from Anthony Burke-Gilroy. Las Vegas getting a little bit mixed up at midfield. Now Ulysses. Shandon Hopiau here. Hopiau into the area. Can't get away the cross, but it's left for Miglietti, and Miglietti, he shinned it. It rolled up on his foot.
That's the killer instinct that we speak about. S2's created a few good chances going the other way. These are the things that we said have come back to haunt them in the past games where they haven't really seized opportunities to go ahead multiple goals. That's a perfect full opportunity for the young player there. Just want to really get it on target, test the goalkeeper. Unfortunate to sky his effort. But good aggressive play by S2 again in attacking third. Very north to south. They're getting it goal and they're very, very efficient. They're trying to get shots off, crosses off, following up play.
It's an S2 team that's really looking to rebound from a string of poor form recently, but they've looked better in recent matches, suffered a pair of tough losses to Real Monarchs and Phoenix Rising, both on the road, both difficult road trips in terms of conditions and the team you have to face. And in both those games, kind of some silly goals conceded by S2.
Right, no, definitely. And I think Coach Hutchinson said it the best. He says, although they do have a younger squad, relatively speaking, winning is a habit and it's a mentality, and it's something that he does definitely wants to continue to try to instill in this young group.
Sam Rogers with the partial clearance. That a looping ball. Going to bounce off the left field wall here at Cheney Stadium and go out for a Callie Brown goal kick.
Big Sam is wearing that armband today. One of the younger players on the squad, but as David Estrada said after the last home game, it's Sam's team now.
For Gilroy, near side for Uzman. Uzman loses his footing over there. That's pretty much the same spot that Ferrigno lost his footing as well. I wonder if the grass might be a little bit overwatered. Players just trying to accommodate. This is Murphy. Past midfield now as he goes toward Avila. Looping inside, that was Sammy Ochoa. Ulysses drops it clear. Nagel tracking back, he turns in space. And Nagel whistled for a foul there. Didn't seem to be much in that.
It's a good block on the initial effort, but I would like to see a bit more urgency to really get back and track back off the break and transition from the team.
A couple times now, Nagel's forced play to slow down on these restarts. That's something that he's a veteran, savvy, can let the younger squad get into their proper shape.
Ball in from Alvarez. Brown was looking to come off his line. Alvarez can't put it on anyone's foot.
And as Uzman gets into the attack, great overlapping run, good timing, unfortunate on the slip. The urgency for him to get back off the transition has to be at a better pace for me.
Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Another flick-on header. And boy, Lamar Nagel has been really kind of influencing that portion of the field in these first 15 minutes or so of play. Trying to activate the speed of this Sounders midfield as they come out of the air on those long balls. Now a throw in toward Ulysses, and that one overthrown for him. Nagel frustrated with himself visibly. But certainly, Dave, you can't look at this S2 side, and really it's night and day from the club you were watching at the start of the year. The progress that the players have shown has been tremendous.
Yeah, you're seeing Sam Rogers get USU 20 call-ups starting in those friendlies. The central midfield, despite losing its leaders in Narbonne and Sarri, still looks like quality. Adding Jesse Daly and Anthony Burke-Gilroy really solidified that central portion of the field.
All right, Sarri still nursing a knock to his hamstring he picked up in S2's last home match. And then, of course, the very, very unfortunate news, Francisco Narbonne likely out for the season after needing surgery to repair his fibula and tibula. Difficulties here at Cheney Stadium. Not sure if that's going through on the broadcast feed, but we are working to resolve those issues. James, 16 minutes gone so far, and S2 have been all over the ball. And here they go again. This is Uzman into the middle. Hopiau now on the far side. Underlapping run, tried to link up with Ulysses. That was basically just about a handoff, and Ulysses couldn't control it. A crunching challenge from Miglietti. He's taking his space now, lifts it over the top. Ulysses raises it forward. He's offside, and Ulysses clatters into Ferrigno as well.
Fantastic surging run on that play by S2, coming off a goal kick, and they were able to pick up second balls and really penetrate Las Vegas Lights, zone attacking zone there. For me, It's very critical. You saw Lamar yell at the reactions of the team when the play doesn't occur. He yells and the team reacts. That's what you want to see from your veteran player. To be able to demand from players around you to impact the game positively. So look for Lamar to really be activated in this game, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Well, Lamar Nagel was just activated just behind the midfield line, and now some handbags along the near sideline just at midfield. Jesse Daly, Lamar Nagel, Tony Alfaro getting themselves acquainted, but I don't think they're exchanging phone numbers.
And that's what you like to see. As a competitor, you want to see that type of play, not only with Lamar, but Daly jumping in to protect his teammate. That really can create some momentum from your team. You have guys around you that want to stick up for you, that want, to mix it up for you when need be, and they did so with cool heads, and they won a free kick here.
Rodrigo Inigo and Lamar Nagel getting a bit of a talking to from the schoolmaster. And we'll restart with a free kick.
We'll need to see if that's the caution before the caution.
On the way from Alfaro. High lofted ball. Ferrigno way off his line. Manages to catch that one out of the air. Lamar Nagel went down hard. Slow back to his feet. Dropping in at midfield. Head along by Hopiao, and another player chopped down. And is this going to be the first caution of the evening? It will. Into the book goes Marcelo Alatorre here in the 19th minute. And not much argument from the Las Vegas player.
Right, again, Gilroy's been very good. His timing on 50-50 balls, his ability to get there first, to put his body on the line, to be aggressive, very good thus far.
Boy, honestly,
Kicked in the chest.
you look back at that replay, James, and you wonder if Alatorre might even be a little bit lucky to just get a yellow.
Very much so, without the video replay. But for me, it's something that Gilroy will be able to bounce back from, and for me, he'll continue to be a pest and a positive influence down that left side.
Alfaro and Daly over the ball. Daly goes away and gets it on the short restart. Shakes off the shoulder tackle. Now Ele. Dave, this is one of the things John Hutchins talked about is Las Vegas' press. It's won them the ball here. And Daly wins it right back for S2.
And what you don't want from this team is to have a free kick in the middle third and play short and have to be pushed all the way back to your goalkeeper.
Beautiful movement from S2 up the far side. Now it's Ulysses, curled into the middle, poked toward net. That one out for a corner.
That's twice now that the Lights have essentially tried to score on themselves. So putting those balls in quickly, forcing the back line to communicate, that's exactly what you want to see. Preferably that pass would have been about 1 yard further along because Lamar was asking for it and he was in on goal.
Now Ulysses, with the right ideas, definitely been timing his rums very good coming in to support the attack.
Bert Gilroy sends this one into the mixer. Ele goes up for the header. Weeki gets
Penalty.
it. It's a penalty. Weeki cleaned out Rodriguez Ele, and S2 has a penalty in the 21st. Ele still down. And I think Weeki was cautioned as well.
Elbow. Possible elbow.
We'll take another look at it here. James, take us through this.
It's a bit fortunate on my side. I see both players going up. Arms are always going to be up in the air. He might have got it because he leaned with his arms higher than normal, but you see that type of challenge occur all the time in the box or on the field of play. So for me, could go either way.
Well, Mark Elatine felt there was too much in that challenge from Weeki. Ele back to his feet now, talking to the trainer.
Lamar has been holding the ball since the call, so
Yep.
pretty strong indicator that he's going to be the one stepping to the spot.
Lamar very good at taking penalties over the years. His teammates very calm, collected, a bit of an unorthodox run up to the ball. Sometimes he waits for the keeper to to dip or lean one way and slots it to the other side. Sometimes he just picks his corner and delivers with great accuracy and pace.
Nagel, John a little bit with Ferrigno. Now comes the game within the game. Lamar Nagel right in front of the ECS end here. There's the whistle. Nagel, quick run up, straight into Ferrigno. Comes back to Nagel, and he can't put it away. Huge penalty save there. Keeps
Great
this at
save.
1-0.
Great save by the goalkeeper. Again, S2 very unfortunate not to go up multiple goals.
Another look at it here. You see Nagel kind of goes right down the middle, and rebound is unkind to him.
Dragging arm by the goalkeeper, grabs it. Phenomenal save by the goalkeeper to really have a strong left paw on that.
Handball given away by S2 past midfield.
Great step to win it by Usman there. Good idea on the break. Tried to push it around the defender.
James, on a save penalty, what does a player need to do after that mentally to get
Great
back involved
question.
in the game?
For me, you have a tenured pro in Lamar, but even any type of forward position is to have a short memory. I mean, you have 70-plus minutes to really still affect the game positively and impact it. So it definitely could be a motivating factor.
Run down low. This one back to Usman. Space now for an
Great
early
ball.
cross. Ferrigno off his line. Snuffs that one out. Awkward bouncing ball here, headed back to Sam Rogers. Tony Alfaro laying some lumber. Now it's Ochoa. Alvarez. Inigo. Along the far side, attempting to scoop that ball in. Jesse Daly selling out at the warning track. Stop that one short.
Great block by Daly to stick with the play and really prevent the clear service. Eric Avila had done well to get around the corner there. Does very, very cheeky player with MLS experience, very capable of one-on-one.
Corner in from Alvarez. Free header from Wiki. That's wide of the net, out for a goal kick. Well, worth mentioning, both those yellow cards significant. At Wiki's 9th of the season, that is the lead league. Wiki more cautions than anyone else to his name. Alatorre, that was his 5th, so he'll miss the next match. See it there, free header. Well, strong, powerful performance in the air, just can't put it on frame. S2 winning the throw-in along the near side. Guzman to Burt Gilroy. He tried to lift it over everyone's head. He might have played himself in here. Burt Gilroy, the cutback cross. And another corner conceded by Las Vegas. Well, you talk about that creativity you want to see out of the attacking midfielders. Dave, that's plenty of it right there.
Yeah, Burt Gilroy's on fire tonight. He's trying things that I haven't seen from him. Practice or games, he's feeling it.
Guzman going at his man, move to the byline now. Cross goes straight to Ferrigno. Now S2 going to hustle back in transition. Salgado, the target of this long ball. And Ulysses manages to outmuscle Omar Salgado. Well done by the diminutive Haitian.
Mm-hmm.
Leaky up toward Ochoa. Ochoa drew a foul. James Murphy thinking about playing it quick. And now he'll leave it for Alvarez. Restart on the ground. To Inigo. Gives and gets with Alatorre. Atop the box, it's Alvarez, one away by S2. Burke Gilroy gives chase. Floats it up to Nagel. Las Vegas does enough to disrupt it. Murphy under pressure. S2 getting a bit of their own high press going.
Yeah, a bit late by everyone there. When Nagel initiates that press, he needs everyone to edge with him. You saw the reactions from Nagel to really initiate that press, but it was a bit late by everyone on the reactions, and that's why you see it. Las Vegas Lights able to play through them.
Guzman came in hard from behind on that challenge. Bit of a shove. Gets away with just a warning from the referee.
As the forward initiates the press, you need everyone to read that. From the back line to the midfield line, everyone should be on cue as that forward initiates that press.
Inigo restarts this one, puts it into the mixer. Head along by Alfaro. Ulysses gets to it. Hits it up toward midfield. That takes a friendly bounce for Lamar Nagel. A touch to settle. Now he spins. Goes to the near side for a streaking Ibrahim Ousmane. Ousmane immediately in the middle for Burke Gilroy. The flag's up for offside. It wouldn't have mattered. That ball came to Hopiau, forgive me, not Burke Gilroy. Two players getting themselves into an advantageous position. Unfortunately for Hopiau, a little bit too advantageous.
Very good play. Again, very efficient movement from S2. The overlapping runs are being timed very well. Hold-up play is very good. You saw Lamar being able to control tempo, switch the ball. Perfectly weighted pass so that the player could hit it first time. So that Ousmane could hit it first time. Delivers a great ball into the box. Unfortunate, Hopiau was just a yard offside.
Nagel going to give chase to this ball. Lamar Nagel. His initial touch took him wide. He's got support arriving in the middle. Checks in for Hopiau. Hopiau gets around Murphy. Hopiau past the second defender. Can't get past the third. James, you have to say, in the 30th minute, Las Vegas back on their heels here.
Yep.
Here comes S2 again. It's Ousmane. He wants the early ball. That took a deflection.
S2 doing well. What made that play occur, the lines are edged up as the attack. Alfaro is able to bring that ball down on his chest to sustain pressure and then connect that next pass, which is critical. You want your defenders to be able to be calm under pressure, to be able to connect play out of the back when they can.
Well, a half hour gone here at Cheney Stadium. S2 up 1-0 on the back of a second-minute goal from Anthony Burke Gilroy. S2 really have been able to move the ball more or less at will tonight. This is Jesse Daly. Daly sandwiched between two defenders, draws a free kick and comes up with a lot of fire and fury, sees he's won the foul and quickly calms down.
It was good movement by Daly to really get into a pocket to allow him to receive that ball, turn. Good composure by S2 in their own defensive third to knock the ball around.
And we are going to get our hydration break here this evening.
There's shade out there. Definitely, this is way, yeah.
You're not going to let this go, are you?
There's shade out there now. You have three quarters of the field is covered by shade.
Yeah, but it's hot, James.
It cooled all the way down to 87, James.
Right, okay.
Meanwhile, James is sitting here thinking, oh, is that all? I'll tell you what, when I was playing for Chalice at Chivas USA.
Back in my day.
You used to have to run 12 miles at practice every day, uphill both ways, carrying the rest of the team on your back.
That's funny.
This is going to be a little bit interesting because there was a lot of clutching and grabbing going on by the Las Vegas Lights as S2 would go out on the break. They'd grab the jersey. They looked a little bit tired. This gives them an opportunity to rest. They're a lot older than the S2 players, so they might tire out quicker. And then for S2, they just got to take this opportunity to continue to press. That's what's working.
Look at the grouping of the two teams right now. S2 very kind of loose around the water. Las Vegas, for all intents and purposes, is in an 11-man huddle, a la American football, and they definitely look like they're trying to get back on the same page. Speaking of pages, the USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter.
If you follow @USL on Twitter, you get a lot of stadium news from around the league over the past week.
Been plenty of that flying around at both the USL and the USLT3 levels. Kind of neat. It's Anthony Burke-Gilroy, the goal scorer from earlier. And there is beautiful Cheney Stadium, which will be a perfect home for S2 for the next season and a half, I guess you might say, for what's left of this year before S2 hard at work to get their own soccer-specific stadium plan approved.
That'd be amazing.
Burke-Gilroy, the man over this ball. A lot of options available at the 18. Shaded to the back post. Header comes clear. Uzman looked like he got a foot to it. Now it's Sammy Ochoa. Can Las Vegas spring something on the break? Up toward Ochoa. Lifted over the top. Alfaro giving chase and Callie Brown waving everyone away.
S2 definitely the aggressor in this first half. They still need to have some output, some final product. So to be still only up 1 goal, I feel they have opportunities to have 2 or 3 goals up. If you keep Las Vegas Lights in the game long enough, it could hurt you.
Got back to Hopiao. Hopiao looking to turn. Over to Uzman, appeals for offside, nothing given. Hopiao on his right foot now, which he prefers. Over top for Nagel. Ball over his head and out for a goal kick. And the referee calling things to a stop here. Rodrigo Inigo. I believe he's contesting the offside call, but it might have been the play back at midfield when he hit Jesse Daly. Referee had initially played advantage, so Inigo just getting another warning. Inigo brought down behind the line. That'll draw a free kick. Another look at it here. Well,
some gamesmanship. They've been definitely talking to each other. Nagel letting him know he's there and that he's in for a battle.
Lamar Nagel has, over the course of his career, never been one who's shy about contact, James. I'm sure there were some interesting days on the training grounds.
Yeah, no, again, a great pro, competitor, done very well over his career. He's top 5 leading goal scorer in Seattle Sounders history, which is an impressive feat.
Hopiao wanted to take that on the first touch, wins a throw-in. Of course, the other thing Lamar Nagel is distinctly proud of in his own way, he is pretty certain the only player to come to the Seattle Sounders on 4 separate occasions over the course of his career.
Yes, he was a homegrown before homegrowns.
Linked up with Ulysses. Ulysses clattered into. Hard shoulder challenge, James, a fair one, would you say?
Yep. Nothing wrong with that for me. Good reactions by S2 there, though. Very, very good in that transition. Much better. These next 10 minutes will be critical for S2 or Las Vegas Lights. If Las Vegas get the equalizer, they'll feel like they could definitely get into the half and regroup. And for S2, really need to try to push for a second, third goal.
Ulysses under pressure. Loses out on the ball. Poke back to Brown. And a long, slow slide.
Callie's getting the ball off his foot just a little bit quicker than he was early in the season.
He lost out a goal to that mistake. And now Denzel Ulysses making a run up the far side. Bit of a tug there. Not enough for a foul, though. Salgado, who is listed as a forward, has pretty much been pulled all the way back into the defense.
He looks winded.
He does. Alatorre swings that ball into the mix. Falls for Alvarez. Back across the face of goal. A deflection in front and cleared away by Milietti. Salgado, another searching ball. That's easy for Brown on the bounce. Certainly, Las Vegas have the team with much more professional experience. Lots of guys with MLS experience in the Mexican first and second divisions, but so far they've failed to match the, I guess you'd call it, youthful energy from S2, James.
No, S2 is very good, again, crowding the midfield, and they have energy to really press and hunt the ball in packs, which is very good. And off that transition offensively, they've gotten forward in numbers, they've edged the line. For me, they definitely have momentum of this game.
Milietti gives away the free kick there.
But we saw how quickly that can change, because Las Vegas Lights just had a chance at the other end. That was fortunately blocked off the face of LA, but still is a reminder of how quickly a 1-0 lead can change.
Avila has been putting in some hard-charging work on that near sideline right there. Wins another free kick. Longtime MLS veteran who joined from Phoenix Rising FC last year. Pro time with Toronto, Chivas USA, Dallas, Orlando.
Not as many teams as myself, but he's getting up there.
Now it's Alvarez. Early play there. That was looked to be LA that got a foot up in the air. Deflected that out for a second corner for the visitors. Salgado and Alvarez over the ball. Alvarez hit the outswinger last time. He does so again. Headed away by Sam Rogers. Up as far as Nagel. Leaves it for Daly. Daly, long ball ahead for Usman. Referee was stopping to put the flag up for offside, but the truth is the assistant referee was so far out of position that tough to say whether they would have been able to make that call with any sort of accuracy.
Very good opportunity off the break there. You saw S2 with numbers exploding forward. Very good to really try to catch Vegas Lights on the break and in transition. And the ability for LA Rogers, Alfaro to really connect passes out of the back.
For Nagel, you could see he looked to the far side leaning as the ball was coming out.
Has been very good. And their abilities to defend. Again, a back three, communicating, defending as a group, very important.
A couple of extra shoves there. Lamar Nagel, not afraid to be the provocateur, but we might be hitting our boiling point here in the 42nd.
Mm-hmm. He's letting them know that it's exactly what you need from a veteran presence that comes in. It's the mentality, again, to let your team know and let Las Vegas know that you're in for a battle for 90 minutes. So it's, again, some gamesmanship, but it also helps keep Lamar Nagel into the game as well.
And there it is right there. Inigo fouls Nagel at midfield. You have to wonder, is that going to be the one that produces the yellow card for Rodrigo Inigo? He's been talked to, I feel like 3 or 4 times by the referee. And I think Alateen letting him go without the caution in this instance because, well, it was Nagel that was trying to stir things up just now. Alfaro standing over this free kick. as we tick toward the 43rd minute. Elects for the short restart to LA. Rogers makes a move on his man. Nagel, Miglietti, central for Daly. And that one came off the hand of Alvarez. Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL Soccer. That one comes all the way through. Dave, barring one or two Las Vegas chances, it's really been one-way traffic here in the first half.
Yeah, S2 is definitely feeling things right now. When you see Sam Rogers take a dribble and then burst 50, 60 yards up the field, that's a sign that S2 feels they know they can get another goal here. They're going to try to get one here before half.
Salgado, who at this point definitely appears to have been pulled back for a center back position. Alatorre. Upfield for Ochoa. Murphy spins nicely.
Yeah, S2 shape's still very good. Very compact spacing between the lines. Pressure when forwards check two. Daly's coming back into double. Forcing Las Vegas Lights to play negatively and square. Yeah, very good shape.
Alvarez has found Salgado. Miglietti to defend. They mix it up. Salgado swings one in. Guzman meets it at the far post and heads it clear. Torres back for Alatorre. Another searching long ball dealt with by Sam Rogers. Well, we're in the 45th minute. Due to the hydration break and the goal, the penalty, you imagine we'll probably see about 3 minutes of added time. We'll wait for official confirmation. And I'm told it's 3 minutes. I'm a genius, James. Risky challenge from Miglietti there. Advantage played. Now a foul going the other way. And it's going to be a card.
Yep.
That's Alatorre's second yellow. His day is done. Marcelo Alatorre sent off just before halftime.
And that's the gamesmanship that I've spoken about. Lamar knowing that he could get under the skin of the player, knowing that he's sitting on a yellow card, waiting, baits him, gets to it first, and is able to draw the second yellow card.
I don't know, it was a pair of nasty collisions in rapid succession. There's still a Las Vegas player down beyond midfield. He's back to his feet now. That's Omar Salgado. You can see the referee was looking to play advantage. Take a look there.
Yeah,
right?
I was very unfortunate. I was very surprised that wasn't called a foul, to be very honest. The first one for me on Salgado is a foul. The fact that it goes uncalled is unfortunate because it leads to the second yellow card for the player, but for me it's a definite foul on Salgado.
Well, and if you're Las Vegas, you probably feel a bit hard done by that the referee plays advantage there, because if play stops, then Alatorre probably doesn't commit that foul.
Yeah. And there's no advantage. Referee has the opportunity to then just bring it back. I don't think it's a reckless challenge, honestly. And knowing that he played advantage when he shouldn't have, he just brings it back to the spot of play and should award Las Vegas a free kick.
So S2 up a goal, up a man. And they'll play the man advantage. That is the third home game in a row that the opposition have had a man sent off in the first half.
And in previous games, S2 has struggled then to break down the blocks created by the opposing team when they go down a man. But I look for the spacing to be a bit more open for this fixture. Another card, red card, straight red card.
Straight red to Carlos Alvarez. He went upstairs on Jesse Daly, who is down and not moving. The wheels coming off the wagon in colossal fashion here in the 48th minute. Las Vegas Lights FC are down to 9 men. And Daly looks very confused. Take another look at it here. Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt, no excuse. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit extra apart from the 1-game suspension on that one.
Referee with a great view. It was spot on. Was on it. You think Alvarez with MLS pedigree has a bit more composure there. He's definitely played for some big clubs. Played at UConn, drafted to Chivas USA with their first-round pick. And then skipped around, was a teammate of mine in Colorado Rapids. Very good player. Just lost his head there on that play. Deserved red card. Fortunate the referee was there, spotted it right away.
And so just like that, in the blink of an eye, Daly thankfully back to his feet. They're going to take him off to the near sideline to evaluate him. One more look at it here. Oh, just a nasty challenge that doesn't have a place in the game. Play restarts short. Whistle in the referee's mouth. He's going to see if S2 wants one more attack. They don't. They're going to take a goal and a 2-man advantage into halftime. Now we're going to stay here for a minute because there might be a couple extra fireworks before these teams make it off the pitch.
And we knew Las Vegas Lights was a team full of passion that really wore their heart on their sleeves. But they still have to learn to stay on the field of play.
Sammy Ochoa and Omar Salgado being pulled away from referee Mark Alatin. Dave, your overall thoughts on this first 45?
It's rather unfortunate that the Lights, Alvarez put his elbow up like that. The Lights had already seen one player get a yellow and a penalty for an elbow to the head, so to do that later in the game is just sad.
Well, we'll take a break here at Cheney Stadium. At the half, Sounders FC 2 up 1-0 over Las Vegas Lights FC.
If I told you I'd give you directions to the greatest place on earth, what would you think? Would you pack your bags for Cali? Put on a little hat with mouse ears? No need. See, the greatest place on earth is right here in your backyard. I'm talking about Cheney Stadium, the South Sound's crown jewel and home of Tacoma Rainiers baseball. There's a little something for everyone at a Rainiers game. And when views of the field are this good and drinks are this cold, you'll get one taste and be hooked. Tickets are available at TacomaRainiers.com. Rainiers baseball. This is our city.
Hi, my name is Ray Sari, center mid, and I got one question for you.
I'm David Olson. I'm a forward, and I got one question for you.
I have one question for you. I'm Francisco Narbon. I'm a center mid. I got one question for you.
The US2.
The US2?
The US2.
IS2. IS2. We S2.
We S2.
We S2. Do IS2? Do IS2?
Do IS2?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
Now I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. Do you S2?
What does S2 mean to me? What does S2 mean to me?
Love.
I suck. I got a question.
I got a question for you. I got a question. Do you S2?
Schreiber, and it's 1-0 Richmond.
That didn't come off very well. This ball headed in. Important save by McIntosh.
Fury going forward again. Here's a left-footed drive. Another shot.
Sending it across the front. Header is down and it's kicked away. Herrera, 2 great saves. Oh my gosh, 3.
And for Herrera, has some time and space. Lets it fly. That is sensational from Herrera. Lots of traffic in there. Gets lost. Oh, how about Mizell? Wow. Ward, near post. Oh, what a finish by Charlie Ward.
And will take the shot, and Ferrigno, an important parry with his right hand.
Ramos Godoy cutting onto his right and strikes, and it goes in.
Go with the right foot, and he's stopped. Hardly finding Owasso with a strike, and it's number 10 on the year. Fans here for Pittsburgh. Oh, what a save again. Kuzminski.
And it will be Salgado to strike, and he puts it in the back of the net.
Brian Obi working on fines. Obi, it's off the crossbar.
Moreno with the shot, and he beats McGuire.
Guillen, first time, Becker down low, and Goita down low as well with the save.
Trent sends to Jefferson, taking off the chest by Greg, who strikes and scores! In on goal, Callie Brown off of his line, Prater denied by Brown.
Shot from distance, Tambakis with the ball, with the save.
Lopez onside, good ball, Cheto Guzman will just roll it in. San Antonio FC on top, 3-1.
My name is Ray Sari, center mid, and I got one question for you.
I'm David Olson. I'm a forward, and I got one question for you. I have one question for you. I'm Francisco Narbon. I'm a center mid. I got one question for you.
Do you S2?
Do you S2?
Do you S2?
I S2. I S2. We S2.
We S2.
We S2. Oh my God. Do I S2? Do I S2?
Do I S2?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
Now I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. Do you S2?
What does S2 mean to me? What does S2 mean to me?
Love.
I suck.
I got a question.
I got a question for you. I got a question. Do you S2?
Well, a bizarre first half begets a bizarre halftime with an anthropomorphic fish sandwich, our creative director, Casey Cathard, being hit in the face with a pineapple pizza, and a dog that's been coronated as a king. But the first half of soccer was also equally bizarre here at Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington. Hello, everyone. Welcome back here on ESPN Plus. Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark. And just some real bizarrety. We'll get into the highlights of the first half in a little while. But James, I can't recall the last time I saw 45 minutes of soccer that looked exactly like that.
Yeah, I can't either. I mean, one very unfortunate double yellow red card, and then a sure thing red card straight away and a missed penalty. So there's been a lot of action in the first half.
Well, been plenty of action for S2, but there's also been plenty of action lately for the Sounders FC Academy. Dave, recently they went down to Dallas for the USSDA National Championships and came away with a pretty good result.
Yeah, they won the championship. What's really awesome there is that 4 of the players on that U17 squad are professionals with S2. Ray Serrano, you'll see here, he gets the first goal basically off a high pressure and a turnover. It's almost like watching, S2 versus Las Vegas Lights. Nifty little goal there. He scores a second here. He and Marlon Vargas and Alfonso Ocampo Chavez are going to be in Japan with the U17s. Azriel Gonzalez, who scores the second goal, he is on the bench tonight for S2. We might be able to see him work his magic. And then finally, Alfonso Ocampo Chavez, I typically call him AOC, gets the final goal. S2 dominated the S2 players dominated the Atlanta Academy, winning their first championship at the academy level, at any level.
Yeah, it was a big result for them. They got a really nice sort of a hero's welcome at the first team match against Vancouver last weekend. It was a great reception for them right in front of the ECS end. That's the sort of thing that just kind of builds commitment and buy-in on an unprecedented level, James.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anytime your academy system does well and is able to progress players through that pathway, and then also win, the Academy Championship, I think it's fantastic. It's a testament of what's going on at the Academy level with Nichols and the entire staff that he has orchestrated. So kudos to them. And they did get a taste of the first team action at the MLS Stadium of the Seattle Sounders and being welcomed on by the fans and having a standing ovation by the ECS. So that's always a good opportunity for young players.
Well, let's take a look at some of our first half highlights from this match. And James, right off the bat, it just got started in flying fashion.
Yeah, no, great individual effort by Gilroy, the young player. Definitely came off a defensive transition, defensive press. He initiated, was able to cut a couple players. It did very well. A bit of a deflection possibly, I think so, but the mentality was great. Penalty missed by Nagel's unfortunate. I bet the house on him that he would make that. Very good save by the goalkeeper. And a very unfortunate double yellow by Las Vegas Lights. Thought the initial foul should have been called. It wasn't. The referee maybe had a bit more time to think about it. Decided not to. But again, that was the body of work that was created. And then here, definite red card, as we alluded to. Very, very surprised character by Alvarez. We wouldn't be surprised if he had more games.
Well, and so now the question then becomes, what on earth do you do if you're Isidro Sanchez, Las Vegas' head coach? You're down to 11 on 9. I mean, obviously it's going to be very Route 1 stuff, James, in the second 45 from them, but, you know, still only down a goal. There is a path back to a point here.
Yes, I think that's the biggest motivating factor for Las Vegas, is the reality that they're only down a goal, and they still have an opportunity to get back into this game. They'll definitely have a defensive shape and look to catch S2 on the break and some individual efforts.
Jesse Daly, who took the blow to his head, is out for the second half, starting on the field.
And that is him on the ball right now. We are back underway here. 45 more minutes of action to go here on this Thursday night at Cheney Stadium. And on ESPN Plus, again, Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark for you. The last two had everything going their way in that first 45. Bossed possession, some really great passing sequences. How important is it that they get that second goal early, James?
The second goal is important. Whether it comes early or late, it's just going to put more pressure on them. If it comes late, an early second goal would definitely help kind of deflate Las Vegas Lights' kind of commitment to this game.
I was going to ask you what kind of formation you're seeing right now, James, but this is a Chalice squad, so they don't really have formations. They have philosophies.
Right.
Still, you can pretty much expect them to probably drop into something like a 4-3-1, you'd expect. Sam Rogers, meanwhile, taking his time bringing the ball up the near side. Lots of space for a switch. He wants Usman. Well controlled by Ibrahim Usman. Usman getting ambitious with that. And Ulysses has that roll off his foot.
With a two-man advantage, S2 can still be patient and just connect passes. They should be connecting 15, 20 pass sequences and really just shifting the Las Vegas Lights. And I guarantee lanes and avenues will then open up. There's no need to rush it. The more they can make Las Vegas Lights shift, the better for them. Side to side, when there's opportunity to penetrate, do so. Isolate, get numbers up on the flanks, whip balls into the box, edge the lines. A lot of what they did in the first half.
A reminder that Joel Wiki, is the lone man in the referee's book. This is a jinky run here. Appeals for a penalty. Waved away by the referee, but they have won a throw-in on the near side.
And Las Vegas Lights do still have the capability with that, with their players in Salgado and Ochoa, to really affect the play on the other side of. And you saw that the run there by Salgado.
Long looping throw. That one will be headed wide of net. Allie Brown restarts short to Alfaro. Link up ball, Opiao, Ulysses on the overlap. Now Nagel, driven in, Ferrigno has to go for the punching clearance.
I would like to see S2 really aggressive in their lines. They're defending back here with 5v1, 4v1. Really edge the midfielders up more so you can sustain that pressure. The center backs can handle it 2v1 on the back.
Gilroy searching. Hopiao still gets that to Ulysses, and Ulysses is offside.
Ulysses really enjoys playing this more attacking position, the wing back, when we've seen him as advanced rather than in a four-man back line. He's going to push into that attack even more. It does lead to more offside calls for him, but I really like what I see from him there.
Well, Sammy Ochoa, the former Sounder, is pretty much a man on an island up there. Ochoa, 6 foot, 31 years of age. Played last year for the Sacramento Republic, but he's going to have a tough time matching the foot speed of these 3 Sounders center backs. Daly wants the switch. Guzman going at Murphy. Cross inside. Burke Gilroy, he's going for his second. It's wide of the right post. Still a chance for Burke Gilroy atop the 18. He's looked very lethal in this game.
No, Gilroy's been created a very good body of work. Offensively, he's a threat. His work rate's very good. He's able to press the ball defensively, cause turnovers, which led to the first goal, and a few other opportunities. So I like him this game. He's been done very well.
Another restart from S2. Vila cuts out that ball. And Yigo. Ferrigno sends it long. Sam Rogers wants the ball over the top. There's Ferrigno doing that sweeper keeper that we mentioned. And I have a feeling we're probably going to see that Ferrigno to Ochoa attempted connection a couple more times over the next 40 minutes.
S2 is going to send Rogers and Alfaro up frequently, so there's a chance that Las Vegas can convert something when it's just Ochoa versus 2 center backs as opposed to the 3 that he'll have in the standard set right now.
Ball up to Hopiao. Comes in the middle. This might fall for Uzman. Uzman strikes it with the left, sends it back across the face of goal. And out of play.
And again, this is what we've spoken about. To really, as S2 wants to progress into that winning mentality, is to take advantage of the opportunities that have been given to him. They've had 3-4 full opportunities in front of net, including the penalty. Uzman Ferdi that has to be on net. He has an opportunity to even bring it down. And that's how S2 is really going to catapult and transition themselves into a good team.
Up a goal and 2 men, James. Obviously, the 52nd minute too early to just start playing keep away. But at what minute do you start thinking to yourself, okay, look, we haven't gotten another goal. If it is still 1-0 at the X minute, now it's time to start just forcing Las Vegas to chase you all over the field.
No, I think for me, S2 just needs to connect more passes. Like I said, I think they should have larger passing sequences of 10, 15 passes where they're really getting Las Vegas Lights to shift. And then lanes will open up that way.
We have an unannounced substitution. Daigo Kobayashi checked in at the start of the second half for the visitors. We'll get word on who he replaced in a moment. Kobayashi overhits his service. Gone out for a goal kick.
Good early ball by Brown.
Big touch from Hopiao. Ulysses sprinting onto the end of it. First time cross. Nagel looking for the touch to control. He's upended.
He hit it here.
Well. You think the first fan to that ball gets to keep it in that case?
But the recognition of Brown there to set the ball down and have a quick goal kick before Las Vegas Lights could get set was great. The turn of speed from Hopiao on the corner on the flank there was fantastic. And you saw Ulysses already up there anticipating it. Service in the box, you had Nagel and Gilroy there. So again, very good vigor to get forward by S2 on the transition.
Ulysses on the underlapping run, lays it off. Burke Gilroy toward goal. Wide once more.
Another fantastic opportunity. For me, this turns in almost to a training game, a training set. You practice these types of formations often, this type of functional play very often. So the defense practices a man down. The offensive team in the attacking third practices with a man up, and now it's just about hitting your spots with efficiency and quality.
On that replay, I think we see the difference as somebody who plays right back more frequently than in an attacking. If he was a more natural attacking player, he probably shoots there rather than passes it off.
Kobayashi wading through the S2 defense right now. This one bound for the byline. And Ulysses smashes it off Kobayashi. It comes back to the hands of Callie Brown. Well, it's an unconventional way of passing back to your keeper, but if it works. And now Burke Gilroy might be away here. Cuts back to his right foot. Now goes to Usman. Sliding challenge, brilliantly timed from Avila. Disrupting that ball.
Good bright play still by S2. The ideas are good, just not coming off fully, but the ideas are still very good. Splitting ball
through Nagel. First touch goes down on contact from Ferrigno, and he's not going to get that call. He's looking for it too much.
Ferrigno did well to read that play. Knew that Nagel's momentum was going to try to carry it around him to tuck it in. Did very well to stand him up there. Great splitting ball by Gilroy. Gilroy's been very active.
Take another look at it here. Nagel just the touch too large. He knows it. And a lot of people are saying, well, why? One, Ferrigno has his back turned. Two, defenders have a right to the space they're currently inhabiting. S2 moving quickly once again. They want Ulysses. Ferrigno going to have a really important second half here, Dave. Going to have to be so alert coming off that back line.
His timing's very good, and you almost look for Hopiao, Daly, Gilroy to almost fake the through ball and then just hit it on net. Look how far out the goalkeeper's playing. So this, by doing so, even if the effort's long, it just keeps him pinned back for that extra yard or two. So now when you try to hit those penetrating balls, you have that extra space. Now you see the goalkeeper really reading and really biting on any type of through balls. If you just hit it, drive it on net, try to clip him and chip him, even if it doesn't work out, you still pushed him back a yard or two.
And you know he's going to leave his net.
Right.
Part of Las Vegas' strategy here is going to be to get Diego Kobayashi over the ball on set
dangerous
pieces.
Set piece. Yep, absolutely. And he actually delivered a very good one from the same spot a few minutes ago. So look for, they have some good targets in the box. This is how Las Vegas is really going to get back into this game, is on set piece opportunities.
LA cautioned for pulling down Omar Salgado there. Daigo Kobayashi set to spin this one in. Kobayashi goes for goal. Header there, linked up, and the flag was up for offside in any case on Rodrigo Inigo.
A fantastic delivery by Kobayashi. Fantastic. Driven, bent in with pace.
Ulysses beats his first man.
Good spot. Unfortunate to be offsides. But again, that's how Las Vegas Lights is really going to get back into that game. S2 has lived dangerously on the last two set pieces. One that was overhit, and this one just got called offsides. So they have to be very careful on where they give up free kick opportunities for this Las Vegas team.
Hopiao. On a Nagel cutting inside. Cleared as far as Daly. Hopiao back to Nagel. Poked away by Wiki. Alfaro tries to cut it in Too narrow for Usman. Kobayashi wants Ochoa downfield. Defended by Ele. Las Vegas pushed back and turns it over.
Look
Now
how far out the
Hopiao.
keeper is. Look, for me, you literally just take it. You've already seen. So right now, this is where the communication should occur. Anytime you get it on the midfield stripe, you don't even look up. You get the ball, you know where you are, and you just drive it on net.
We're going to see our first S2 substitution of the evening. David Estrada is set to check in. And he's going to replace Shandon Hopiao. So on comes Estrada at the hour mark.
Look for Estrada and Nagel to really combine well together. Two veteran players with a proven pedigree. Know the importance of this game, know the importance of creating a mentality to really push forward with a good result and overall good play by the team. So look for them to really drive the next 30 minutes of this game.
Rogers. And the flag quickly up on Estrada for offside. It feels like the 5th or 6th time tonight.
Right, so Las Vegas is going to hold the high line, and they're going to try to do the offside trap because they're outnumbered, and the goalkeeper is going to edge his line, so he's going to play high. So in order to really penetrate and break that first, you need to have someone really test the goalkeeper from distance, which will pin him back, and then you need to time your runs through the back line and their offside trap with 1-2s, with overlaps, with individual dribbling efforts.
Ulysses holds that ball in, wins a goal kick. But again, another chancy moment in transition for S2 in their own half. Daly will carry it past midfield. Switch to the far side now. Toward Burke Gilroy. Burke Gilroy makes his man miss. Nagel trying to keep it going. Estrada is loose inside the area. A sliding challenge. Jams up the ball. It's cleared as far as Miglietti, who spins, tries to keep his feet. Not going to be able to do so. And now he'll drag James Murphy and draw a yellow card for his trouble. Play restarted before the referee was done chewing out Tony Alfaro for something.
Yeah, he wouldn't give the ball back. He put on a juggling display, which was quite impressive.
Las Vegas being told they have to move the kick back. And Farina restarts it short to James Murphy. Long ball sent forward. Denzel Ulysses, the lone man to it. Gets it back on the quick pass. Wanted Estrada as his outlet option. Kobayashi. Far side for Murphy. Wiki. That ball over hit. Which teams are hitting top gear as the league comes down the stretch in the race for the 2018 USL Cup playoffs? Find out every Monday evening with the USLsoccer.com Power Rankings. A watchful gaze of John Hutchinson, S2 manager. Talked a lot lately. He's been proud of the work his team's put in, but he's been emphasizing to his players that they need to start getting results, particularly as that playoff picture starts to crystallize. Although, Dave, as you mentioned before our broadcast, S2 do have games in hand on most of their Western Conference opposition.
2 to 3 against most of the teams out there. They go on a little run, and as is common in these leagues with playoffs, all it takes is a nice 3 or 4 match run, and you're in the.
Keeps us on the ground. Pardon the interruption. Loop back in. Ferrigno. Looping clearance. Estrada holds it in on the near side. A crunching challenge puts it out of play. Dave, pardon the interruption there. Please finish your thought.
It just takes a short run for a team to make the playoffs. Top 8 in the Western Conference are going to make it, and winning 3-4 in a row puts S2 right in that picture.
Daly wants Usman on the big switch. And S2 will take another corner. Well, you have to think, James, in a situation like this, S2 is going to pack the box.
Yes, they should. They have opportunities for short corners. They have opportunities for numbers in the box. Short corner here.
For Gilroy on the second ball to the face of goal. Headed back in front. Nagel looking to turn. Knocked partially clear. Murphy goes to ground. He'll get it as far as Ulysses. Ele, who's drifted to the near sideline, drops off for Estrada. Estrada tries to take on 3 defenders and loses out. Whistle goes. Another free kick for the visitors. Rogers had to get rid of that ball quickly. Christian Torres. S2 have it back on the near side. Alfaro looking for Nagel. That's well weighted.
Penalty.
He's brought down by Ferrigno. No doubt in the referee's mind, it's a second penalty kick in the 67th. And Ferrigno not doing much to plead his case, and I think he knows why. Another look at it here. For that angle, doesn't seem to be too definitive, but it definitely seemed like from our view up here in the booth that there was contact.
Definitely. I think you can tell from the facial expressions from his own teammates that they knew it was a penalty.
Well, now really sets in the game theory. It'll be David Estrada to take it this time. Omar Nagel not going to get a second crack at it. He squares up with Ferrigno. Can Estrada put Sounders up 2 goals? He can! He goes left! And S2 leading 2-0 at home in the 68th minute. Smoke billowing out of the supporters' end again. Take a look at it. Now just clinically finished.
That's a bright blue and green.
It's the 9th goal of the season for David Estrada. And it comes at a big moment in time. ECS absolutely loving it, and why not?
That's David's 9th goal on the season. He was in 12th. He's going to be up tied for 7th now in the Golden Boot race.
Turns out it's not lonely at the top in the USL Golden Boot race this year.
He has close to 50% of S2's goals. David Estrada does.
Not bad for a guy who this time last year was hoping to be coaching a youth team within the organization.
He does have 50%. He has 9 of S2's 18 goals.
During the breakage of play, we've also seen the introduction of the teenager Azriel Gonzalez onto the field, one of those players you mentioned who was triumphant in the USSDA National Championship game.
He's known for his nimble dribbling skills, giving him a lot of space like he'll have with the 2-man advantage and the 2-goal advantage. We might be able to see exactly what the promise of this youthful player has.
Well, we're going to see a second substitution for Isidro Sanchez's Las Vegas Lights FC. Alex Mendoza checking in for James Murphy. That's Mendoza there trotting on. So 20 minutes to go. You're up 2 goals. You're up 2 men. James, this for S2 absolutely a match that you must take 3 points
Absolutely. No, I think there's no doubt about it. Although 2-0 is the most dangerous league in soccer, they'll be pushing strategically, intentionally for that third. But no need to leave yourself vulnerable or exposed on the other side, and they have to be mindful of that. But they've definitely been created plenty of chances to have more than 2 goals.
Guzman. Tough tackle from Avila, sticks in. He's been putting in some good work at that right back slot since drifting back there. And LA comes over the top. Play continues. Referee says it was a fair challenge. Sammy Ochoa not happy about it. Ulysses. That ball was behind Estrada. Ferrino clears it past midfield. Estrada, Daly. Going over the top now. The flag stayed down. It's Lamar Nagel. He's loose, and it's 3. Lamar Nagel, clean as you like. It's the composure you want from the veteran.
Yep.
And S2 now breaking away with it in the 72nd.
That was the type of clinical finish that you wanted from Lamar Nagel, but even before that, it was the composure on the ball from Lamar Nagel, from Daly, from David Estrada, just to put some passes together, get in good spots, overload one side, have a good slicing run, balls lifted over the defenders, chested down and slotted away fantastically. But it was David Estrada and Lamar Nagel that linked up multiple times on that combination.
Yeah. Well done. And also critical there, you kind of see it on the edge of the frame, the composure of the young Azriel Gonzalez to recognize that he's offside, doesn't get anywhere near the play, just lets Lamar do his thing. And Sounders 2 up 3-0 with under 20 to play.
It's Mr. 253's first start in the 253 and his first goal in the 253.
He mentioned earlier in the year, obviously he made an appearance on the road with Sounders 2 at Reno 1868. And he mentioned that was going to be a special match for him because Wade Weber was in charge while John Hutchinson was away doing some licensing. Well, Lamar played for Wade back in his club premier days and said, honestly, Wade was one of the reasons that he managed to stay in the world of soccer. He said, you know, the financial cost and outlay was so tremendous, and Wade said, come try out for my team for free and we'll make something happen. And I'd say it's worked out pretty well.
Absolutely. No, again, you can't say enough about Lamar Nagel. He's definitely created a fantastic body of work as a professional player. Just his professionalism to come back, to come down here and play for S2, you see it still means something to him to step out into the field and represent the badge and win games and put in your minutes when you get opportunities. So he's always had that mentality. Same with David Estrada, and you saw, you know, 2 veteran guys that I wanted to start this game, but knew that they would get minutes together, and you saw what they were able to do with their veteran savvy.
S2 hungry for more. Knocked away by Ferrigno.
Great touch.
James,
It does become a game of keep away now. Just putting passes together, connecting play, you'll get opportunities off that, but really enjoying the ball at your foot.
Ochoa going for goal from midfield. Callie Brown tracking it back. Boy, credit to Sammy Ochoa. That was going to be on frame.
A shorter keeper doesn't get that one.
Can't coach height, Dave.
James, with the Las Vegas Lights, if you're a defender or a keeper in a situation where you're down 3 goals,
not that they wanted to play, live to fight another day, knowing it's just the beginning of the second half of the season, that there's still plenty of games to play. So you want to, have your best guys on the field. So they should not be getting cards, red cards, yellow cards, things of that sort.
Some acrobatics there from Christian Torres. Enough to put the ball straight at Callie Brown, but nothing more.
That could have been a worldie if he got a hold of it.
Would have been up for USL Goal of the Week. Of course, as it is, you might be seeing Anthony Burke-Gilroy's chip up on that list, depending on how the weekend's action shakes out.
If I want a pass of the week, I might look at David Estrada's pass to Nagel.
Alfaro picks up his head.
Again, the passing combinations to be at 10 to 13, 15 minimum. Just knocking passes together, passing and moving, finding the open man. It's all S2 needs to do now.
Guzman working against Avila. Wins the throw. And straight back to Alfaro. 14 minutes to go. Sounders 2 enjoy a commanding 3-0 lead and a 2-man advantage here against Las Vegas Lights FC at Cheney Stadium. Jesse Daly taking some space up the middle. He'll loop one over the top. He's looking for Estrada. Estrada underneath it. A touch to settle. He ties up with Wiki. Ball to the byline now. Ulysses. Doesn't see the space he likes. S2 retreats again. Want to win tickets to a USL game of your choice? Show how well you know the league every Tuesday morning in the USLsoccer.com Pick'em contest to have a chance to be the winner. Alfaro. Gonzalez. S2 kind of probing the Las Vegas back line. You can tell Vegas sitting in a little bit more defensively. I think they'll just take this result for what it is and get out of town.
Great composure by S2. Honestly, this is all you need at this point in this game, is to really put some combinations together. They're upwards 25 passes now, shifting Las Vegas Lights. And their opportunities will come off of this. No need to force it. They have plenty of open men.
To Alfaro. This one falls through. Gonzalez, he tries to push it to the near post.
That could have been up for goal of the week, the entire sequence.
A lengthy stretch of possession just falls through for Gonzalez at the end there. Can't quite put it on frame. We'll have substitutions for each side now. And we're going to see Raul Mendiola as well as Nick Hines coming on for S2. Salgado coming out for the visitors. So Hines going to get about 10 minutes here. He's missed time recently due to injury. And he'll come on in place of Ibrahim Usman, who has really marauded down the left side of that field tonight. He kind of faded into the background behind Burke Gilroy a little bit, but he's given the crowd a big hand for their support.
Usman did very well this game. Great timing on his overlapping runs. He did very well.
You see there's Francisco Narbonne, along with his girlfriend Ariana, taking in the match, and great player. Very well beloved for his attitude and atmosphere. Got a chance to check in with him the other day, just back from surgery. Wasn't even in the cast. He said they only had me in the cast for a day. But he was there watching practice intently, helping guide the younger players. You know, it can be tough sometimes with a long-term injury. Some guys switch off, but Narbonne has been locked right in, and I know John Hutchinson appreciates that.
Absolutely. No, a player of great pedigree that the team respects highly for his veteran leadership, and so you would expect nothing less for Narbonne. So he's handling the injury like first class, and we wish him a speedy recovery in his rehab.
Referee Mark Alatin just trying to make sure that the emotions stay even enough over these last 9.5 minutes of play. That ball over the head of Rogers, unless he sends it back. Gonzalez along for Nick Hines. He won't have a chance to make anything of it. Quickly out for Avila. Las Vegas wins the throw.
S2 has just looked dominant from the early whistles of this game, physically, mentally, everything. It is something that is very good to see. I know from Coach Hutchinson and how they've been trying to shape this team, and Coach Wade is very good. You've had 7 and 8 performances all the way around from this team. Obviously the two-man advantage helps that, but even prior to that, I thought you had some very good performances from these players on the field.
It's particularly important because, as Andrew noted earlier, they played 2 other matches up a man for an entire half and didn't get victories from it. So this was good to see.
82nd minute now. Ball up for Estrada. You can see Estrada already halfway thinking about the corner. I believe draws a corner kick. A little bit tough to tell from our angle. Estrada over to take it. He'll leave it for Anthony Burke Gilroy. Short restart, finds Daly atop the 18. Daly picks his head up. He lifts one in, headed from Weeke. And a free kick for Las Vegas.
But very good to see you have your two center backs, LA and Rogers, on the transition of that play. Very good reactions, even to go ahead and give up that foul, but the reactions of those two in the 83rd minute is fantastic.
Big ball over the top, this one bouncing through. Las Vegas could be on here, and it rolls wide of the far post. Oh, Las Vegas thought they had a chance.
And as I say that, they give up a pretty easy, direct flighted ball to Ochoa. Something that should be defended very easily. Just by simple communication, someone taking responsibility for the play, putting a name on it. And we saw that almost exact type scenario given up for the game winner down in Phoenix. An inability to handle an air ball, miscommunication, goalkeeper comes very, very far out, probably unnecessarily, and it's an easy goal for Phoenix.
A little bit of energy from Las Vegas here lately.
Good to see Nick Hines back a player that I really like. His physicality, his physical presence, his physical ability is fantastic. Left-footed, for me, has tremendous upside as he continues to progress and get games.
Sounders 2 just trying to run Las Vegas out of this game and an overhit pass. Want to get the key talking points from across the USL every week? Tune into the Hat Trick with Kelsey Steele on Monday evenings at the USL's Instagram account to stay in the know on what's what around the league. Well, 5.5 plus stoppage to play. Thanks to dropping temperatures. No need for a water break here in the second 45. Well, this, a real reversal of fortunes from the last time these two sides faced back on June 16th. First of all 22 men stayed on the pitch for the 90 minutes in that one. But Las Vegas took a 4-1 victory. James, just looking at it off the cuff, what seems different about these two teams now?
I think S2 was up for the challenge. I thought, again, you've had players that have played. I thought the mentality and having a Lamar Nagel and him mixing up with big center backs sets a tone, honestly, and that can penetrate the team and really be infectious in a positive way. So for me, the mentality of stepping onto the field at home, saying we will get a result instead of hoping for a result. And I thought the lineup that Coach Hutchinson put out was a lineup that could get a result. You have Alfaro in the back, with LA and Rogers dominating the midfield. I thought Daly's been very, very good tonight. Gilroy's been fantastic. Nagel has produced. David Estrada's come and produced. Usman, Ulysses has done very well. So you have a collective unit that has performed very well, and obviously you see the result. Obviously it's a bit skewed because of the two-man advantage, but again, even before that, we thought that they had much more of the game.
Estrada ties up, wins the free kick off of Inigo. Pardon me, that's Nagel. Daly restarts it quickly. Hines going to cut inside here. Now Nagel picks his head up. He wants a second. And that one whistles high and wide. It's bouncing into the Foss High School parking lot as we speak.
I've seen Nagel hit it from there. Normally he goes for a bend. He tries to really whip and bend it to the upper corner. That time he looked to drive it. Haven't seen that much from him in years past.
Another free kick opportunity for Las Vegas. Kobayashi has hit about 3 balls from this precise spot here in the second half. All of them have been dangerous. Kick on the way, and that one overhit. Sailing out of play for a goal kick.
Tony Alfaro goes for the traditional water break.
S2 in cruise control. Got to be a nice feeling for this club. They've played a ton of close games this year, but very few that they can walk to the finish line, James. Here's Gonzalez picking up his head. He'll go for goal. Misses wide by a couple feet.
Good effort by Gonzalez. Cheeky little play, very shifty player. Tried to curl it there to the upper corner. Created enough space to do so. Very decent effort by the young player.
Gonzalez and Nagel aren't going to walk it to the finish line. They're
pushing
for a fourth goal.
Absolutely. As a goal scorer, you love to see that. Still driving for the goal, driving to net, really pushing to really maximize your minutes and the production of the minutes that you receive.
Daly fights his way inside against Ochoa.
Daly's been very good today. Very, very good in the middle of the park. Clean, sacrifices his body, puts his body between the ball and the defender. Not afraid to take a hit. Connects play well. He's passionate, hard on the tackle, good player.
Back to Brown on the restart. Daly ranging forward. He wants Ulysses to the near side. Ulysses, he's going to go for the early ball. Going to fall for Nick Hines. Hines now looking for some space. Wins another corner.
Again, another fantastic sequence there. Great splitting ball by Gilroy. Penetrating dribble by Daly to get it outside to Ulysses. What's in a ball? You had 3 runners in the box and Hines pitching on the backside. That's almost textbooks, exactly how you want it.
Nagel just goes short to Hines to restart play. S2 pull it out of their own end. Swung into the middle and brought down in the area. Would have been a question about whether or not the receiving player was offside. We've hit the 90 minutes. How much more will we add on? No signal yet from the 4th official. Bound to be some time added due to the penalty. I guess not. The final whistle goes, and Sounders FC2 pull off the 3-0 win at home against Las Vegas Lights FC. James, fair to say this is the most complete performance we've seen from S2 this year?
Absolutely. Very well said. Very complete performance, even up until the man advantages. And I thought they had a professional reaction to take the man advantages and really utilize that to the best of their abilities, and they come away with a 3-0 victory.
S2 improved to 4-13-2 on the season, 14 points for them now. Las Vegas falling to 6-9-5. Dave, S2 had been on a 6-match losing streak. What does it mean now to get a performance like this at this point in the season when you're getting ready to try to make a push for the postseason?
Coach Hutch, he said that he wanted to see that pride. He wanted to see them play for the city of Tacoma. He wanted to see them continue to strive to improve, and that's what they did today. They showed him that they can win. They showed the fans here that they're not going to give up on a season. You see Sam Rogers, bumping chest. You see Nagel and Estrada hugging after Estrada's goal and Nagel's goal. This is exactly the script that the coaches want.
The formation switch to the 3-4-2-1. James, Dave, I'd love to get both your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you love it?
Yep.
Did you not like it? James,
No, I thought it's been very good. They've done that for the last few games. It allows them, again, to really dominate the middle of the park. And if you have a back three that are very capable, and Alfaro, LA, and Rogers tonight, which they were, it aids to your advantage. But even more so, again, it's the mentality. Dave alluded to Coach Hutchinson wanting the players to have pride in representing the badge here and representing an opportunity to play in front of Tacoma. How you do that and how you can amplify and escalate that transition is you have veteran players come in. Lamar Nagel, you saw the mentality he had in mixing it up. You see how Estrada comes in, even with 30 minutes, is able to affect the game and impact the game. Those guys, the older guys that have been around and done it, are able to really transition that desire to the young players.
Look at this. The young guys are all set to salute the crowd. The old guys are still trading war stories. Estrada, Nagel,
exactly.
Ochoa.
Exactly.
Saying hello, getting reacquainted. And Ochoa understands that Estrada has to cut and run. And what a great moment for S2. They're going to relish this for quite a while and take it in. Wonderful scenes here at Cheney Stadium. S2 will go on the road on August 4th to play St. Louis FC, but they will return home on Saturday, August 11th to take on San Antonio FC. We will have that game for you here. But that's going to do it for us here from Cheney Stadium. For Dave Clark and James Riley, I'm Andrew Harvey. Again, your final score, Sounders FC 2-3, Las Vegas FC 0. So long. Thanks for joining us on ESPN+, and we hope to see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.